Hello there, welcome back to Generation Gap Reacts. In this video, we are reacting to Phil Collins' Against All Odds.
That came out about 40 years ago, and there's a movie called Against All Odds that was really good, and I hope I can remember that movie. I know Jeff Bridges was in it, but
I've never even heard of the movie.
it's a good movie from what I can remember. I haven't watched it in decades, but I remember loving it. Jeff Bridges was so hot back then, and I think, Rachel Ward, you don't really hear from her too much. And there was another actor, James Woods, who played the bad guy.
All right, I don't recognize any of those names except Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, he's still around. He's
still around?
He's still pretty popular.
Yeah, I've never even heard of the movie. Can you believe that 1984 was almost 40 years ago? That's crazy.
Let's see if I remember correctly. I think that was the year that I got married. That was a long time ago.
40 years ago. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
All right, are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's watch it.
All right.
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we've shared the laughter and the pain, and even shared the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. There's just an empty space when there's nothing left here to remind me. Just a memory of your face. Oh, take a look at me now. There's just an empty space, and you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. I wish I could just make you turn around and see me cry. There's so much I need to say to you, so many reasons why. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just a memory of your face. Now take a look at me now. 'Cause there's just an empty space, but to wait for you is all I can do, and that's what I've gotta face. Take a good look at me now, 'cause I'll still be standing here, and you coming back to me is against all odds. It's the chance I've gotta take. Take a look at me now.
Oh, Phil, what a beautiful song. That just brings back so many memories. He sounds Wonderful. Oh, he could just do it all. Just his music is wonderful. He's so talented. I love this song. I love his voice. Everything about him. It's just fantastic song.
Not exactly your beautiful love song. It's a beautiful song.
Beautiful song.
But not your beautiful love song. This is definitely a heartbreak song. And Phil Collins is just one of those singers that is my absolute favorite voice ever. I have a handful of voices that just speak to me on a different level, and Phil Collins is one of those voices. And I can't explain it, what it is. I'm not musically, voicically inclined. I couldn't tell you what about his voice makes me love it, but he just has one of those voices that are so emotional. He has such a unique sound. I just love him. I've always loved Phil Collins. I think my introduction to Phil Collins was Tarzan when I was a little girl, and Tarzan has some of the best music, some of my favorite music of any Disney movie. And there's a lot of good Disney movies with good singers, famous artists who did the soundtrack for them, but Tarzan takes the cake for me. It's up there.
I'm going to have to listen because I don't even recall. So you're going to have to play me some.
I'm like, shame.
Well,
but you could say the same thing about me not knowing this movie.
That's right. But I'm sure that once you play the music, because if you watch, I remember Tarzan, I remember all the Disney cartoons because I was there. We went to a lot of movies, but his voice is very unique. Mm-hmm. He's just one of those singers that has a very unique, incredible, passionate voice.
Instantly recognizable.
Instantly. And it's a sad song because basically saying to get you back is against all odds. So it's a heartbreak song.
Yeah, and one of my favorite lines in the song, because of how gut-wrenching it is "You're the only one who ever truly knew me."
That's pretty powerful.
That's a really gut-wrenching line because basically he's singing about he's lost the person that truly knew who he was, and getting her back is against all odds because they're never going to get back together. So I'm assuming there was some big breakup issue in the movie for that to be the featured song.
Okay, so I really had to think about this one because it was so long ago, decades ago. I remember loving the song. I remember really liking the movie. I think I've watched the movie several times because Jeff Bridges was so hot. He played a football player, and I think he lost his job, and he needed money. So James Woods' character, he was kind of a bad guy, offered him some money to go find her, and he ended up finding her, and he ended up falling in love with her.
Who's her?
Rachel Ward. James Woods' character's ex-girlfriend,
okay,
ex-wife.
He's the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. So
to him. Okay.
Right. So that's the only thing I really remember is that I think it was in Mexico, and he found her, fell in love, and I believe that James Woods' character sent someone else there to go look for them, and that's when a lot of crazy stuff happened. I don't even remember the ending. We're going to have to watch that movie because I don't remember the ending, unless maybe someone could let us know.
Or maybe it'll just have to be on our list of movies to watch. And if anybody remembers from our live streams, specifically our love songs live streams, that was a lot of kissing in the whole video. They were just kissing all the time.
Because they fell in love.
Man, older movies, they were just kissing all the time in those older movies. I remember when we saw the little clips from An Officer and a Gentleman. Like, every clip is of them kissing. And this one was the same.
It probably just seems that way because they're what do they have? A couple of minutes of footage?
And they put all the kissing footage in the little video.
Probably. I mean, I personally don't remember. But then oftentimes when you want to watch an old movie, and I'll say, oh, okay, I haven't seen that movie in so many years, and then I watch it, and I completely have forgotten 99% of the movie, and it's almost like watching a new movie again.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so back to the song.
Song.
We didn't even pause that one because it was too good to not even do that, But what I like about the song is that slow build. It just starts off with Phil singing and the beautiful piano, and as the song progresses, his voice gets a little bit, well, what is the word? More powerful, or he gets a little bit more, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but his voice progresses as well, and then that's kind of when the drums come in and the kind of climax comes into the song.
I know what you mean, and I don't know what it's called.
It's just a slow build throughout the entire song.
Louder, maybe? I don't know if that's the right word.
But not only just with the introduction of some instruments, but his voice changes, the piano gets more intense. I just love that aspect of the song, and that's part of the reason why this is such a great song. It's because it gets that emotion, and you really feel that anguish from him.
Yes, he often has those songs that gives you chills.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of sad. Sorry, Phil. Even though he's just singing the song.
I think that he went through a pretty rough divorce, though. That kind of inspired the song.
Maybe that's where all his passion comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I totally get it. But we love Phil.
We do love Phil Collins. Me especially. Yeah. I can't believe you don't remember any of the songs from Tarzan. I watched it about a month ago with my son. I'm trying to introduce my son, who's 6 years old, to all of the movies that I grew up with. Because the movies he's growing up with are completely different movies. You know, they're all those really cool Pixar animated movies. We didn't have that when I was a kid. We had all the regular classic
lots of Disney
movies like Tarzan, Pocahontas, Cinderella, you know, those kind of movies.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid,
Beauty and the Beast,
Lion King. Those were my movies when I was a little girl. So I'm trying to show him those movies, and so we just recently watched Tarzan about a month ago, and I just sobbed. Okay, if you're a 90s baby like I was, we had some really traumatic movies when we were growing up. Movies were so traumatic, and the movies now that my son has, they're not quite as traumatic. What I mean by that is, like, Tarzan, first of all, his parents get mauled to death when he was a baby. And then he gets raised by gorillas, and his gorilla stepdad never accepts him. And then, you know, he discovers he's a human and there's other humans. And then he has to fight the bad guy, and then his stepdad, who finally accepts him, dies. I mean, really, like, traumatic stuff.
I haven't watched that movie in many, many years either, so I'm gonna have to watch that one again too.
You know, and then like the Lion King, the big, you know, Simba's dad, Mufasa, you know, has that big traumatic death scene. We had some really traumatic movies when I was a kid. That's kind of true.
I never really thought about it that way.
And then my son, his movies, these Pixar movies, which are incredible, there are some that have some traumatic things, but I feel like not in the same way that my movies had. So that's why us millennials are so messed up.
think you're messed up. I think you're...
It's just a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's just kind of a... so everybody always makes fun of millennials. Well, we're scarred for life because of our Disney movies we grew up with.
Oh my gosh. He loved Disney.
I do. Okay, we're getting off on a tangent.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for listening to us rant on if you've even made it this far. You're a champ. So please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.